St. Louis. Elijah Stewart.
That's my son.
Kailis Wonderful.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone. Family, friends, teachers, staff, and administrators. As most of you know, my name is Brianna Joseph, and I proudly stand here before you as valedictorian of St. Mother Teresa Catholic Academy's class of 2024. Fellow graduates, our 4 years turned into 4 months, then 4 weeks to 4 days, and now we're down to our final minutes. We did it. This chapter of each of our stories has been in the making since the first day we stepped into SMT. I know we all remember this as though it was yesterday. Only just a few years ago, together we navigated our way through COVID. We endured social distancing, COVID passports, and attending those dreadful Zoom meetings. Yet we were still excited to start a new journey at SMT. Although our first 2 years were not normal or ideal to say the least, we made the best of it. Sometimes I find myself asking, what if? What if COVID never happened? What if I didn't go to SMT? What if I enrolled in a different school or stayed online? I did remind myself that what ifs are what ifs for a reason. Every single choice, every single decision, and every single moment happens for a reason. At this point, we may not know the why, but eventually it is revealed to us. Class of 2024. We all know that the future can be uncertain, and sometimes we can doubt ourselves. And as each of you walk the stage today and enter this next exciting, uncertain, and hopeful chapter of our lives, I want to share with you one of my favorite quotes by J. Cole. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Never compare your success to others. This is pointless because at the end of the day, you're your own person with your own goals, own opinions, and achievements. So please, don't get caught up in competitions based on superficial success and fulfill your destiny to be great. During my time spent in leadership the past 2 years, I have learned that I am and I will are 2 powerful phrases. This year at Camp Olympia, we were tasked to think of something we were not good at. After some time to consider it, we were then told to say the reverse of it. So instead of saying, I'm not good at time management, you would say, I will be good at time management. It was an exercise in turning a negative into a positive, making little changes in our thoughts about ourselves. That inner voice that we all have can be deeply impactful. Not only are our words powerful, but our thoughts, even if kept to ourselves, can be equally impactful. So when we say these things and put them out into the universe, know that they will hold weight and space. They say to give people their flowers while they are still here. So on behalf of the graduating class, I would like to thank the teachers who continuously pushed us to exceed expectations, staff who greet us daily in the hallways, and teammates who continue to inspire us to be the best players on and off the court. I know we all have friends to thank for never failing to make us laugh or telling us they were proud of us. On behalf of the graduating class, a special thank you is in order to all family members, those who are here today and those who are with us in spirit. Your love and support is immeasurable. You have all shaped us into the young adults standing before you today, and it is because of your influence on our lives that we will succeed. On a personal note, I would like to thank my mom, sister, dad, brother, and extended family who are my biggest cheerleaders. Without them, this moment would only have been a dream, which they have helped turn into reality for me. Something I have realized is that nothing lasts forever, but at least we have our moments. With that being said, what is a valedictorian speech without taking a walk down memory lane? Let's think back to grade 10. We all remember the moment when we didn't have to wear a mask anymore. The carnival that turned out to be the biggest water fight, and while I was in class paying attention, many of you were running around the school playing manhunt. Throughout our years at MT, I'm sure we will never forget the countless retakes of TikTok videos in the gym hallway during lunch, and sometimes during class, or even after school. We remember the creative excuses as to why we were marked late to class, the school dances, and last year's wake-a-thon, where we were excited to pipe people in the face if they fell asleep. Now, for some of us, we remember the sports we played and the many hours spent practicing. Some of you came to MT just to play basketball and made our school proud by making it to OFSA. We also had our small but mighty track and field team who always showed their heart at every meet, and the soccer team who would play outside, rain or shine. Personally, my time in student government will be unforgettable. From organizing spirit weeks and talent shows, to managing intramurals, and putting to work my sales skills by persuading people to attend events. I have learned that MT will always show up in the end, and we will support each other no matter what. Overall, these memories remind us of the bonds we've formed and the joy we've shared. They are snapshots of our high school lives that we will carry forward as we embark on new chapters filled with independence, higher education, and exciting career opportunities. I know it sounds terrifying, but I am confident that as long as you take it one step at a time, one challenge at a time, we can overcome any obstacle that we face. Know that you can be successful in all that you do, as long as you have two things, faith and hope. Tight ends, have faith in yourself, faith that it'll all work out, and never ever lose hope. Congratulations, class of 2024!
graduates, how are you today? Amazing. I don't know how I feel about that. Good morning, how's everyone feeling today?
Good.
Good morning, grads, how you feeling today? Maybe by the end of the speech we'll get there. It's a pleasure and it's an honor to be here, to be a part of this graduation for the 4th year in a row, I believe. And so I'm honored, I feel great to be a part of it. Firstly, I want to take a moment just to address everyone who's here. I want to thank you for your support in helping all these young people get here and achieve this feat, I should say. To the parents, the family, the friends, the siblings, I want to thank you. So a round of applause for yourself. Every time I come here, one of the biggest things I want to share with specifically our graduates is this idea of legacy. I love this term, this notion, this idea of legacy. And I often like to speak about it because I think it's something that's really important to realize that when you're moving on and moving forward in life, how you leave a mark, how you leave an imprint on the people that you have the opportunity to speak with, to touch, to connect with, and how you allow their lives to be a little bit better is really important. But to do so, it's really important to figure out why you're here. So graduates, I want to ask you this question as you continue to grow in your life, to ask yourself, what is my why? So that's the question I hope you can ask yourself, what is my why? Because I think it's important to know what your why is, to know what your purpose in life is, to realize what it is that you're here to do, because all of us come here with a special talent, with a special gift. I want to share this poem called Flowers. This poem is something that's really near and dear to me. It's really important because I feel like, we're giving flowers to our graduates today. We're honoring them, we're celebrating them. But it's also really important to just reach out to one another and spread love as often as we can. This poem is called Flowers. I hope you enjoy. I wrote this piece to remind anyone who listens the importance of not just celebrating people, but also the importance of finding your purpose and living your truth. One of the only things more difficult than death itself is to be forgotten. And I cringe at the thought of my efforts lost in coffins. To never unbox your gift before your coffin. We all deserve to be honored while we're still alive. To witness the budding gratitude of loved ones with open eyes. You deserve to be celebrated like you're already gone. To be given your flowers while they are still flourishing. While you can still smell the sweet scent of photosynthesis as your life branches out of the purpose you're rooted into and the fruits you produce. So may I give you your flowers while they are still in bloom. A bouquet packaged, delivered, and handed to you in honor of the effervescent existence of your truth. May this be a reminder that your words and actions live on beyond being 6 feet in a tomb. You are worthy of being honored while you are still alive. While you can still sniff the sweet fragrance of blossom in time, a reminder of how you bloomed before you were called to tune, from darkness to light, how you passed on the baton for the next generation to take flight, a relay race of time between the lines of from and to, the legacy of how you actualize into truth. You have the right to leave this earth knowing that your presence was appreciated, that it made a difference, that it meant something to someone while there's still air in your lungs. What would it look like to normalize honoring those who mean something to us before they transition so that they never question our love while they are still living? It's easy to take our loved ones for granted when we are caught up in our day-to-days, but in the same breath, the next breath is never guaranteed to stay. So before the leaves fall off of their trees and they branch out and reach into the heavens, let them know that they are a blessing, that their mere essence was a gift. May death never be the reason we appreciate the fact they lived. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. So there's 3 things I like to say to you graduates. One, the first thing that I mentioned is find out your why. Find out why you were here. You have something really special to offer to this world. Something that was planted inside of you, a gift, an opportunity, a talent, a skill, a mindset, something that you have to offer. And one thing that Mother Teresa said that I carry with me deeply, I was very fortunate in 2009 to go to India, to Calcutta, and I got to see Mother Teresa's tomb. I got to touch her tombstone. I want to thank the TGSB for making it possible. It was a really beautiful opportunity for me. But one thing I learned from that experience is this one quote that she says, which is, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And I'll repeat it one more time. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. To find out who you are is to ask yourself, how can you leave this world better? How can you help the people around you? How do you serve? And I guarantee you, graduates, what you put into this world is exactly what will mirror itself back to you. You are so powerful, right? That by the choices you make, the mindset that you have, and how you show up each and every single day, what you put into this world is a mirror that will mirror itself right back to you. So if you do good and care for people, you will find good things happening to you. You will find care and compassion coming your way. If you support other people, if you serve other people, you will see that happen right to you as well. And I guarantee you, just find out what you're good at, find out what you love to do, and ask yourself, how can I give back? How can I make people's lives that much better? So again, one, find out what you're like. Two, serve deeply, serve deeply. Number three, you're graduating and you may be going off to work, you may be going off to post-secondary, but realize that the classroom is wherever you are. The classroom is wherever you go, and there's so much to learn about this world, so much to learn about yourselves, and so much to learn about who you want to become in this world. Don't worry about what you want to do. I think sometimes we often think about, people always ask, what do you want to be when you're older? You know what I'm saying? What do you want to be when you're older? And I think it's important to think, it's important to think about what you want to be when you're older, but it's more important to ask yourself, who do you have to be, right? Who do you have to be? What skills, what mindset, what characteristic traits do you need to have to really allow yourself to actualize what you want to actualize in this world? So I want to thank you guys for making this possible. I'm really grateful. I'll see you guys a little bit later, but again, find out your why, serve, give back, and really focus on who you have to be in this world to be successful. Thank you so much for your time.
Watch this woman go there and get one pop in her eye. Watch the people them.